So this consists of two 12-year-old girls, which is absolutely baffling to hear that literal kids, like these are kids I'm talking about, um, having to kill one of their friends. I should speculate that this was a old case that was brought up by some YouTubers. Like again, I've said this many times. My channel is solely based off of like plague moths videos. I just like to touch base on these cases and these topics. They're just so fascinating and they're so interesting. Yet they're so gruesome and they're so disturbing. But that's what my audience tends to like. So we're gonna be diving deep into this case. We've touched base on the Russian doll man last video. That did well, so I figured why not make it on the Slenderman killers. So if I could pull up the video, I forget who made the video on it. Let's see what it's doing. Slenderman killer. Alrighty, so the Slenderman killers are two girls. Yeah, right here.
One of the teens who stabbed a classmate in the so-called Slenderman case has been released from custody.
We thought this day would come.
Unbelievable.
And again, we're disappointed that the sentence wasn't served longer.
19-year-old Anissa Wire was one of two girls convicted by a Wisconsin jury of trying to kill her classmate to please a mythical character known as Slenderman. In 2014, Wire, along with Morgan Geyser, lured Peyton Lautner to the woods,
and I've also heard
stabbed her
that
repeatedly, and left her for.
And I've also heard that these girls, not only did they try to kill their friend, but they were actually sentenced to like 25 to life, which is upsetting because if you think about it, like let's look at it from like a father perspective. When you raise a child up to like the age of 12 or like the age group of like 12, 13, 14, that's that's prime age, by the way. That is like prime age. That's when you're picking things up. That's when you're in your developing stage. That's when you're ready to, you know, immerse yourself into the real world, right? um it's time to more focus on education. That's the prime time. When you're 12, murder shouldn't cross your mind. Having to kill your friend. I'm pretty sure this goes out to all of my fucking viewers right now. When you were 12 years old, what did we think about? Playing outside, playing with our friends. What? Talking about homework. What? Making fun of kids. And that was that's the extent that it would lead up to, is talking down on our friends. It didn't go more than that. Having to kill your friend is more than some mental illness, or it's just, you know, it's just like the media or some shit, or just a bunch of bullshit that comes across these kids' minds, especially the generation that we live in today. It's just that there's so much bad influence, and having to please Slenderman is just outright fucked up. Like anyone in the right mind would know that that is not true. And just like Santa Claus, it's all a fucking fairy tale. But these 12-year-old girls, I don't know what they want to do. I think it was I read an article on it. I can't pull it up. I think they took down the article, but it stated that these girls wanted to protect their families with Slenderman's um, arms or some shit. It's something along the lines of, oh, Slenderman would protect us if we'd sacrifice one of our friends to him to please him. How does that make any fucking sense? Like, to be conclusive, these two imbeciles, these straight up fucktards, were just so delusional when it all happened, and I feel bad for the friend that they tried to kill. I'm not too sure what her name is, but apparently she was like a inch away from death. Um, it stated that um, these two girls, I think one of their names was like Alyssa or some shit. Wait, where the fuck are their names?
Getting mental.
Go a 12-year.
Anyways, it'll probably say it in the description. Hold on. Killer. Yeah, her. So Anissa Weir and her friend, what the fuck's her friend's name? Okay, yeah. So it was Morgan and it was her. So I'm just gonna um predict. I'm just gonna make the assumption that that is Anissa, however you pronounce her name, and then the Morgan was the other one. Or if I'm wrong, then the other one's this, and you get what I'm trying to say. These two were involved in it, in the attempted murder, and this was the victim, uh, which survived. Luckily, thank God. Um, Holy fuck! If they served 25 to life with attempt at murder, imagine to what she would have to face if they did kill her. It would have been the same thing. Honestly, it would have been the same. It it would have been ruled the same as first degree murder and attempt at murder. I'm pretty sure they're two like they're both like the same cause, same thing. It would have been attempt at murder. Honestly, it is speculated as it is what these girls have done, or the well, so ultimately, what these girls have committed was attempt at murder. If they did kill her, that would have been first degree murder, and that ultimately would have led them to life anyways. Either or, the severity of this case is fucking unbelievable. So, depending on what they've done, either way, they would have landed at the same spot. There's no deduction in time. You still serve 25 to life with attempt at murder or first degree murder because you still tried to fucking kill her or you still try to kill the person. It's the same fucking thing, honestly. And with the law being completely different in America, if they were probably in Canada, they honestly it's not about being biased, but like honestly they would have been let off the leash. Like I'm being dead ass. Like they're kids, right? So they could have known better, but honestly it was more of like a mental decision to make. And now they're gonna be spending time in the penitentiary or like some psychiatric ward or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be like in like the um, controversial. Um, like I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be landing in, you know, a prison cell, or well, if that's what the law rules, then hey, then that's what they deserve. But them being kids, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be in some type of psychiatric facility, or they're gonna be watched probably at home. They're gonna probably be like homeschooled. Pretty sure no. I take that back. They're probably gonna be at home with like a what's that shit called again? It's like they get like watched over, but their lives are basically like dead. So it's like you can't do anything, but you're getting watched over at the same time. So it's not like they're in a jail cell, not doing completely anything, but they're at home, just doing nothing, but being supervised, if that makes any sense. So it said that hold on. Look, it stated that 19 stem to the artery of the heart, diaphragm, liver. And then the article said that they were like a millimeter away from her heart, which if you know what a millimeter, if you have like a ruler around you or some shit, fucking nobody does. But anyways, a millimeter is like literally like fucking this big, like it's literally this big. And for a kitchen knife. That's what it stated. A kitchen knife to be used in this attempt uh, to to literally kill her. 19 stab wounds to survive that is absolutely insane. And to be a millimeter away from your heart and to survive that is a miracle itself, honestly. So this happened May 13th, 2014. So if they were 12 at 2014, 12, hold on, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They're like they're like my age right now then. If they were 12 in 2014, then they're like a year older than me. I could be wrong. My math is slow, but it means they're basically around the same age as I am, or they're a bit older, right? So it's absolutely insane. Like there's so many videos on it, but they don't really cover it well enough. And yeah. So over here, if it could fucking let me press the image, these were the two girls that were involved in it, and then the one that they try to kill. I don't think there's pictures of her. Honestly, I don't know where the victim is. Yeah, so this case is unbelievable. Um, to to kind this case is unbelievable to think that there are, you know, people out there that live in this fantasy, you know, just think that the world revolves around them, and everything that is sort of televised towards them, you know, um, in a sense that everything is so believable to kids. Kids are so gullible, right? Like if there was a video of Slenderman saying "kill your friends," blah blah, then kids will take that as an influence, regardless to what a kid thinks about. Regardless, it will always turn to social media. It will always turn to social media for his or her influence. That's what social media is there for. It's for influence on a group of individuals or kids or this generation in general to set a bad example. That's what internet. This is what our society has done. This is what the internet has done. It's a very dark place. It's a very dark world that we live in, and for kids, literally 12-year-olds. I was 12 when I was in 2014. Was I? I don't remember. I honestly, like, I don't fucking remember at all. But it's baffling because being in the age group of 12, that should never come across your mind. Honestly, it should never. And it's upsetting for the parents because they they weren't, you know, capable of stopping their kids um, before it all went down, right? They didn't have the power to to sort of stop them, right? It was all planned by these two girls, and fucking God knows how long they've been planning this out for. Imagine they've been planning this shit out in school and shit. Do you know how fucked up that is? I swear there was another case, um, about a girl that like dig like a 6 feet like hole or some shit in her backyard just to throw her friend in a dish and kill her. I'll cover that like another day, but like I just want you all to understand the severity of these cases are fucking baffling. And it goes so much more than that. Like the extent that it leads up to is fucked up. Because now these two girls are gonna be spending literally, like, look, it literally says this on fucking Google, 25 years. Do you know how long that is? Do you know how fucking long that basically means? If they go in at my age, 25 years, they're gonna come on when they're like 40, like 30 something, 40. What's the whole fucking point in that? Your life's basically over. How long are you really gonna live after 45? What? People live up to like 50. 50 is a stopping age. After 50, that's when you retire. After 60, that's when after once you became the age of 50, that's when your life is basically done. That's a relaxation age, in the sense of people having bad jobs, right? But if you have a better job, then you could retire yourself earlier. But to conclude, this case is fucked up, and it just shows to prove how influence could really, Anyways, Anissa explained in her taped interrogation, according to the 12-year-old, she feared that if she didn't honor Slenderman's request to kill Peyton, he would murder her family, which is honestly just a fucking fantasy in her head. It's just outright insanity. Um, these are tendencies of someone going insane. This is just outright insane. Honestly, it's just fucked up. It's absolutely baffling for her to just be having these thoughts at 12. Having these thoughts are just unbelievable. Honestly, and this is the interrogation.
Getting our first look at the police interrogation of the girls charged in the Slenderman stabbing.
Michelle Fiore combed through 9 hours of video. Michelle is in the newsroom to tell us what she found. Michelle.
Well, Mike and Carol, you hear from the girls themselves about what a big part Slenderman had on their lives and why they felt compelled to please him. According to police, it was a plot 6 months in the making. With winter snow on the
6
ground,
months.
Morgan Geyser and Anissa Wire began obsessing over
I did not
Slenderman, who they
hear
read
that
about
part.
on the creepypasta website. The girls
That's
say
such a
they
goofy
wanted to
picture
be
to
his
you, though.
proxies.
Okay.
I said, okay, how do we do that? And she said, we have to kill Bella.
And you feel as though in order to do this, you physically had to kill somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you ask Geyser, the idea came from Wire.
Anisha told me we had to.
Why?
Because she said that he'd kill our families.
The girls say opportunity presented itself in the springtime at Geyser's birthday party.
Morgan said that at her birthday party, while Bella was sleeping, we were gonna duct tape her mouth shut.
But the pair say they were too sleepy before bed, so they waited until morning. Wire told police planning the attack made her scared, but she wanted to prove Slenderman skeptics wrong.
I was scared because A, I would never see my family again, and B, I was kind of hopeful to prove that I wasn't crazy.
Geyser says the victim, Peyton, had been her best friend for years. She says she didn't choose Peyton, but went along with it.
We stabbed her.
Was sweet. Did you stab her or did you? Who had the knife?
Most of the time I did. I wanted to hurt people before, but they're not nice to me, so they deserve it.
Anissa Wire and Morgan Geyser are due back in court in Waukesha.
Honestly, I've
Mike and Carol.
I've already read the information that was being
You're scared.
shared throughout this whole interrogation. I've literally read about it, and we've talked about it. So watching this video is low-key just useless. We've already covered this already. She was just going along with what Slenderman was saying, which is what the fuck. And on top of that, it was her best friend. That's something I didn't know. 2, 6 months in the planning. What? That's actually fucked up. 6 months. That's like half a year. Half a year to plan to kill your friend. Unbelievable. Alright, so just to wrap things up, this case was ultimately it was a fucked up case. It was honestly a fucked up case. And it could have been a lot worse. But looking at the good side, at least her friend lived, right? At least Peyton lived to see another day. these gruesome killers, these fucking disturbing individuals, will not see another day the same again. Hope you guys enjoyed this case. I'll leave the link of this little article in my description, or I'll make a Google Docs of just pinpointing all the important parts, so you all could read over it and get a better understanding of this. Because I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm not gonna, go through everything that happened. I'm just gonna talk solely on what has happened, like just like touching the surface, sort of. That's all. That was Teen Lonely talking about the Slenderman killers. See you all in the next one.